Magna-Mortis, her title, Cognitor Dominus of the sphere of living metal. She is the ruthless ruler of a biomechanical empire, a world where flesh and metal have fused into one. Her power is undeniable, her law cold as steel. She rules with an iron grip, for without her, this world would fall into ruin. Now, a moment of crisis, a coup. Enemies breach her throne room. They call her empire a threat. But Magna-Mortis has no intention of surrendering. Her fury burns. Her purpose remains unchanged. Not to preserve the empire, but to expand it.
I'd like to share my process of creating a new character. It was a truly fascinating experience. I explored different sources of inspiration, from movies and books to various artworks. Before starting the sketches, I spent a lot of time gathering references. I believe that a strong character design is built on a solid foundation of inspiration. I looked for references for almost every element, from emotions and facial expressions to clothing details, shapes, and even teeth. Each reference helped me refine the character's personality and presence. For example, when choosing the silhouette and shapes, I focus on sharp, aggressive forms to highlight her ruthlessness and authority. For her armor and outfit, I studied industrial and biomechanical designs to blend organic and mechanical elements seamlessly. Even her teeth were an important detail. I wanted them to feel unnatural, almost predatory, to reinforce her intimidating aura. By carefully selecting these references, I was able to create a unique and cohesive vision for the character. I started with rough sketches, focusing on finding the right shape and dynamic. This phase can be really fun, as it allows for experimentation and unexpected discoveries. I genuinely enjoy it. Once I had a clear idea, I refined my approach and created 3 more sketches. At this stage, I knew what I wanted, but I needed to shape the patterns and detail to bring the character to life. Since the character embodies evil and power, I emphasized sharp, aggressive forms to reflect her nature. To refine the character's facial features and proportions, I used ZBrush to create a 3D model of the head, along with some elements of the neck and head accessories. This helped me achieve greater accuracy and a more solid understanding of the character's structure. Working in 3D allows me to see the character from different angles, making sure that the design felt cohesive and balanced. It also helped in visualizing how light interacts with the shapes, which was useful when finalizing the illustration. This step wasn't about creating a final model, but rather a guideline, a way to ensure that every element fits together naturally and enhances the overall presence and impact of the character. In addition to sculpting the head and accessories in ZBrush, I also used Maya to model the metallic legs and other intricate design elements. These parts required a more precise, structured approach, and working in 3D allowed me to experiment with shapes, angles, and proportions before finalizing the design. Building these elements in Maya not only ensured accuracy but also simplified the creative process. Instead of struggling with complex mechanical forms in 2D, I could see how they work from different perspectives, adjust details as needed, and achieve a more believable mechanical aesthetic. This step gave me more confidence in the final illustration and helped integrate the organic and mechanical aspects of the character more seamlessly. For the final illustration, I used the photobash technique, which allows me to quickly establish materials and textures while keeping control over details and form. I prefer this method because it helps me see the character's design more clearly in the earlier stages and refine details with a strong sense of realism. While working with photobash, it's important not just to overlay textures, but to carefully paint over them, integrating everything in a cohesive piece. Lighting and volumes play a key role here. Without proper attention to light, materials can look disconnected, so I always make sure that all elements feel consistent and believable within the scene. This approach speeds up the process while still allowing for a high level of detail and polish. It's a balance between efficiency and craftsmanship, and I find it to be a great way to bring both realism and depth into the final design.